Hi, I'm Terzel Vasquez, producer at Stat Brand Studio, and I'm here today with Philip Bruce, Vice President of Multispecialty Business Development and GPO Expansion at Cencora. Also the GM. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. So, how does your team support the therapy journey today, and what outcomes are you most focused on improving?
As a company that's focused on the specialty market between specialty distribution, GPO services, contracting, and data and analytics with our intrinsic group, we're really focused on being able to bring a lot of these innovative therapies to market successfully on day one. We want to be able to take a lot of these innovative therapies like cell and gene products, bispecifics, and operationally help our practices navigate and remove a lot of those barriers that they have to being able to adopt and treat their patients faster.
What are the biggest friction points that you see preventing innovative therapies from reaching the right patients quickly? And how does your team remove or reduce those barriers?
Yeah, a common theme that we see here, like last year, this year, is a lot of manufacturers are looking at some really successful product launches from 10, 15 years ago in certain specialties and saying, hey, this is the specialty pharmacy network, this is the channel network that they launched with, and we're going to replicate the same thing and have success in today's market. Unfortunately, that's just simply not the case. So a lot of these specialties have evolved. They've taken on more buy and bill adoption. We've seen medically integrated dispensing grow, especially within multi-specialty. So it's really important that manufacturers use some of the historical success as a data point, but then update their commercialization strategy to be a lot more 2026 across a lot of these specialties.
What capabilities matter most to deliver reliable solutions at scale?
We love being able to leverage all of the involvement into the clinical trials so that when products are on market, like we know a lot of the friction points that like our average private practice might face in trying to administer that therapy. So being able to have those data points and clearly articulate and communicate out to a lot of our private practices, like that's where we see the investments at scale really benefiting community specialty.
And looking ahead 12 to 24 months, what industry shift are you watching most closely? And how are you partnering internally and externally to help customers and patients take healthcare to new heights together?
Yeah, if you want to look at the future, like the one that's always really exciting for us to consider is the pipeline and all of the different categories of products that are coming to market. And as Cencora, as a company that's really focused in the specialty market, what we've prioritized is getting involved a lot earlier in the commercialization cycle. So we're targeting a lot of these products when they're in end of phase two, beginning of phase three, and working very closely with those pharma companies to make sure that there's a really good understanding of a lot of these different specialties, where they're at today in terms of buying and billing, medically integrated dispensing, and ensuring that when we do get that one chance to launch the product and look at the commercialization from a very early on process, that we're putting our best foot forward and leveraging a lot of the best practices that we've seen across different launch points.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Philip, for your time.